Okay. All right. So help us understand how Maitland, you've got the thumbs down, and Mackenzie, you've got your retraction and your press ups and classification system, quite embedded and ingrained through the diploma program with you. How was it considering dry needling from that point? Help us understand how you approached it from a clinical reasoning standpoint. Where did it fit?
Incorporating dry needling into my practice.
Right.
Well, I think that there's a whole lot of room for it. If we look at the literature out there, not and meeting people's expectations, and with that in mind too, there's a lot of room for dry needling. Thinking about Stephen May's most recent systematic review, 1 in 3 people coming through the door are not going to centralize or have a directional preference. So what do we do with them? I think it's another tool. And if you've done a thorough job of rolling out a derangement, I think there's room to consider that there may be some muscle dysfunction and it may be a trigger point. I have coined this idea in my mind that a trigger point could be considered or thought of in some fashion as a muscle derangement, because ultimately a joint derangement is a disturbance to the normal resting place of a joint. And that's, if you think about it, that's really what they're saying a trigger point is it's a muscle that's in dysfunction and it's not resting in its normal position.
Interesting.
So I find it relatively, I don't utilize it a lot because I think that I'm sure we'll get into this, but I don't utilize it probably as much as others because I don't find that I have to.
Hear the entire episode for free on iTunes, Spotify, other favorite podcast players, or go to mechanicalcareforum.com.